Okay, everybody, this is my model of the four intertidal zones of the ocean, but in Minecraft. First off, we're starting with the splash zone. The splash zone has little to no sea life, but what it does have is lots of driftwood that washed up on the shore, and also a bunch of dead seaweed. You have to use your imagination for a lot of these things here. And there's even the life that is here. There is sand fleas. There's little fleas that jump around. Little sand fleas. Yeah. There's not much up here. Not much to talk about. And let's talk about next one, the high intertidal zone. You're also gonna have to use your imagination here a little bit. But underneath these rocks that I flipped over, there's some small crabs, and they're pretty cool. They come in all sorts of sizes and colors. And there's even these anemone clusters. These clusters of anemones that are in the higher intertidal zone. Okay. And the substrate, I forgot to go over it. The substrate in the low intertidal zone, at least for Caesar's Beach, is normally sand. You know, it's mostly sand. And then the substrate for the higher intertidal zone is gravel, maybe small amounts of cobblestone. There's lots of rocks, and there's also some seaweed, some not as dead seaweed. Okay, let's move on to the medium intertidal zone. And we're going to be observing this tide pool. The tide pools, since they are just ocean water that got trapped in, a pool, the water is stagnant, which means there's not like air being dissolved into the water. It means there's less air, and yeah. And in these tide pools, you can find all sorts of animals like small fish, small crabs, and even some anemones. Which I don't know where I put them, but yeah, there's all sorts of creatures here. Because the water's warmer, some different creatures might pop up in there. Next, we're moving on to the final intertidal zone before we reach the ocean, the low intertidal zone. This is where we're going to find the most creatures, including all the previous creatures listed back there, besides the sand fleas. You'll find, underneath rocks typically, because they like to be hidden away, starfish. The one and only starfish. If you look around this rock too, what? You can also find sea cucumbers. They come in all sorts of colors, like red, and purple, and green. And they're also found underneath rocks or hidden away, because they like to live in the ocean. But when the tide gets low enough, sometimes you can see them on the shore. There's also some more starfish over here. And then we have the awesome ocean of the Pacific Northwest. And that is all I'll be going over today in my video model of the four intertidal zones. So that will be it, and I hope you guys have a great day.